Earth God here, and it's time to talk about the most overrated anime series, at least in my opinion. To be fair here, I do like majority of the series here, or at least I like some aspects from them, but I do think they are overrated for a variety of reasons, and of course, again, in my opinion. This doesn't mean the series are bad, but I do think they go way too much, or something just carries them way too much in a different proportion, or the fandom compared to other things. So I just want to talk a bit about that and which series do I think are overrated, and I'm ready for the fans to come after me, but I still wanted to make this video because it can be fun, and I do hope you guys jump in and tell me your overrated series and why I'm wrong, or hey, maybe some of you agree with me. So we're gonna go through some of them. I'm gonna expand a bit, some more than the others. So let's get into it. Now we're gonna be starting from the bottom up, means the least overrated in this most overrated, if that makes sense, then to the most overrated series. Now at number 10, so to say, we have JoJo. I do still like JoJo in general, some parts more than the others, and this is probably even true for the biggest fans. They have a favorite part, but I do think the overall series is a bit overrated. And I saw Steel Ball Run is coming out. Maybe that is definitely gonna change my mind. Everybody is saying it's the best part ever, and then after that we have JoJo, and if I remember correctly, I'm gonna go, of course, I'm gonna watch it. I hope Netflix doesn't fuck it up again. But here overall with JoJo, probably my favorite parts are 6 and 5, probably 5 with Giorno might be my favorite part, but I don't know, something just doesn't click with me as much as maybe with other people. Maybe the memes were when we had a period with the memes kept saying JoJo everywhere. I do still like the universe, the series, the characters, but I definitely do believe JoJo in general is overrated, at least in my opinion. I'm ready for the JoJo fans. Come at me, use your stance. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite part and why do you think I'm wrong. Then for the next one, I have to go with One Punch Man. Now, as fun as One Punch Man is, and this is not about the animation. I know season 1 had better animation, but in some cases I honestly liked season 2 more, with the character development, with Garo there, what happened with him. And I also do know ahead of the anime, to be fair, but I think this is more of a comedy, parody or gag thing, and a lot of people take it a bit way too seriously. And this is mainly true for the power scalers of the anime community, the scums. I do enjoy some power scaling also, but sometimes it goes overboard. My character beats your character and so on, but One Punch Man, while it's fun, I do think it's overrated. And I saw also what's happening with the manga, with the redraws from chapter to chapter 2-3 times and whatever. Fun series, but I don't think it's this hype as everybody is making it out to be, even with the context of the manga and some web novel things. So yeah, One Punch Man, I'm ready to get struck down instantly. Maybe strike down that like button, or hey, maybe dislike button, one punch that one there. Then we have Spy Family, and I was hooked instantly into it back when season 1 started. Fun, I like the premise. Lloyd, you're such a great character there. And Anya and the dynamic between them, all of the characters here, the premise was interesting, the comedy was more than there, but after a while I was like, you know, get a bit more something happen. It felt like it was going nowhere, but a lot of people love it, and maybe it's a bit more slice of life, and I don't enjoy slice of life in general, but sometimes things happen, like it moves the plot a bit ahead, but majority of the time, like, okay, cool, I've seen this moment, shenanigans and so on, but people love it way too much in my opinion. And that's not to say you're wrong in loving it here. I'm saying I do think it's overrated, and there are some things that other series in similar fashion do better in my opinion. Like if you want a bit more action and plot, I do like Sakamoto Days more, for example, and I hope second part is gonna be great. Also, I looked a bit ahead of the manga there, but also if you want a bit more comedy and a bit more adult themes into it in a way, The Fable. I highly recommend The Fable. Such an underrated series. I hope more people check out the Fable. So yeah, Spy Family, I do think it's overrated, even though it's a fun series. Now, this next one, people are gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna say it. Cowboy Bebop. I think it's overrated. Like, the vibes, the music, the characters, the ending are great. But pretty much everything in between, it feels like you're just watching it for the vibe. And I enjoy some more plot in my things. And as great as Cowboy Bebop is for those things, majority of the time I was honestly bored into it. And I was like, okay, the ending was great, but what else do you have here? It just felt random shenanigans, way too episodic, at least for my taste. And while like I said, the music, the vibes, I could get lost into them, but as the overall package, just kind of boring, honestly. So yeah, for this one, might be one of the ones that people come after me quite a lot, but I'm curious, what do you think of Cowboy Bebop? Let me know in the comments below. Now here, I'm gonna have like two series, kind of covering a bit more with what they do with other series also. Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling, which I think they're both overrated and in a way properly rated here. Because something like Demon Slayer does something simple, well executed, and Solo Leveling also, if you lean into the power fantasy thing, I don't think they're the 10 out of 10 biggest picks in anime and carrying your mind away, giving you an orgasm while you watch them for that. And I think people take it way too far for that. Good for the animation, it carries a lot, the animation, but they're also very, very overrated. Like, if somebody tells you Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling is their favorite anime, I question that a bit. It might be true, even if you watch 5,000 anime, something with you new resonated from Demon Slayer or Solo Leveling, but I do question that a bit. And I've read the manga also, and I've read the comic also for Solo Leveling. And I like both for different reasons, but I think they're way, way overrated, but also in some things it makes sense, especially for new people getting into anime and so on. I have my video with new people getting into anime, if you want to check that out. But especially the fandoms, like Solo Leveling, I saw some things that took it way too well. Some people hated way too much, some people love it way too much, saying it's better than sliced bread. So yeah, no, I'm sorry, both overrated, but in some cases they deserve some credit. This one hurts me to say, but was honestly super bored and disappointed in Dragon Ball Daima. Like, I do think it's overrated. As much as I love Dragon Ball Z, I even like Dragon Ball Super, and I know that one a lot of people had issues with. I would love more Dragon Ball Super than more Daima. Now, the animation, the art style, everything looked fantastic in Daima. Like, if we get more like that, the quality that was in Daima was insane. And the first few episodes hit you quite hard with those remade a few scenes from the Buu saga there. But then when I saw them being kids again, and then random shenanigans in Demon World, I watched all of it, and I saw the Super Saiyajin 4 looked great, but then just it felt more like a gag parody. And I know sometimes that's Dragon Ball, and I know Toriyama loved that sort of thing. I highly respect him. May he rest in peace. When he died, I actually cried my eyes out. I had a small video. I struggled so much to make that one. Zero disrespect towards Toriyama. But that doesn't mean, as much as I love him and as much as he touched my life, this series didn't resonate with me, unfortunately. And I found it really boring, and I think it's nostalgia and hype moments that carry it a lot more than even previous series. Like, as much you say that for Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling, I would love to watch more of that than watch more of Daima, unfortunately. But I do hope Super is gonna be back. The next arcs in the manga are so great. So please give me more main story, less shenanigans here. And no hate towards anybody that likes it. I understand it, but I do think Daima is overrated, honestly. Outside of the moments and the fan service, what's there? Now here is where we come to the big thing that people are gonna hate me, probably even more than Dragon Ball Daima. I would be surprised which one is gonna get me more hate. I'm gonna say it, Naruto. I think Naruto is overrated. Overall, I think it's the weakest out of the big three. Then both of them, I have Bleach and One Piece at 10 out of 10. I love those series. I love Naruto. I cried my eyes out at Naruto. Emotional moments, the fights, the characters. I still love the world, but goddamn, Shippuden. The more I watched it, the worse it became, and the fillers, the pacing. As much as I shit on One Piece with the pacing that they have per episode, what happened if you watched Naruto week to week? And I do think even if you watch it now, even skipping fillers, it hasn't aged that well. But what happened towards the end, the characters, the themes going all over the place, especially that ending, which we're gonna talk about the ending. I'm gonna have a spoiler here. My next video, or the video after that, is gonna be the worst endings in anime, and I can assure you, Naruto is gonna be here. That ruined the series for me. And it gave birth to Boruto. But this is not about that. I don't want to full-on rant with Naruto. I think it's overrated, and it also gave birth to Boruto, and Boruto sucks, and I stand by that. Now, okay, this one hurts me because I was hooked. I was a fan. I was there. Jujutsu Kaisen. I love season 1. I love Hidden Inventory from season 2, and I do like some things in Shibuya, but I think Shibuya was the thing where the series went down the drain, at least a bit for me. And after that I read the manga, and damn, that's why I have an almost 2 hours video on why I was disappointed in Jujutsu Kaisen. But my main complaint is the wasted potential and the Shibuya arc coming way too fast. I'm gonna keep it anime only, and what happens after that. But in Shibuya, I think the story takes way too much of a backseat compared to character interactions, story moments, character development. And I know through fight and things happen, I agree with you 100%, but the action is just fight, don't breathe at all. Now this arc would have been great if it was later. Now the series is amazing also if you like that action. The animation is great. Rip map animators, hopefully they get some breathing room with the next season. But I do think Jujutsu Kaisen is highly overrated, not just overrated, and I'm disappointed. This one actually hurts. Probably the most out of this series. This one and Naruto. These two hurt me, to say they're overrated, and I was disappointed in them a lot. Now we come at the most overrated anime series, in my opinion, of all time. Neon Genesis Evangelion, and especially the fans. Like, the fans are the biggest issues. But I've watched this series. I've watched the end of Eva also. I'm not gonna watch the rebuilds. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't like anything about this one. But all of the bullshit into it, the characters suck. Shinji sucks as a main character. I don't care how depressed he is. I don't want him to be a superhero. Giga Chad somehow turn into Jinwoo and scrap all of the angels and save the world and get all of the bitches. No. He just doesn't grow. He doesn't change anything about him. Still fucked up. And I like flawed characters, don't get me wrong. It's better to have a flawed character, but I want to see some change, something improving, or just, I don't know, do something besides just being the same character that you started it, or maybe you end up worse. The world sucks, the lore sucks, it's just full of random bullshit symbolism into it, even the staff behind it and the author, just because it was cool. And I think the biggest problem is not that, like, you can create something, let it, and I respect the series for what it did, what it achieved, but goddamn, the fans read way too much into it, like it's a cult. How deep they went down this rabbit hole, holy. Any criticism you have of the series is like, you're not developed, you don't get it, you're dumb, you don't understand this, this is way over your head, like all of the things, just because you don't like Evangelion, you're the worst person ever. And that's not all of the fans, I'm just generalizing. This happens in majority of fandoms with anything. Tribalism, taking something as a personal attack, as a criticism over something that you like. But goddamn Evangelion, I'm sorry, it's the most overrated series, and I'm ready for people to comment. Let me know in the comments below how much you love Evangelion. If you like it, I have nothing against you. If it's your favorite series, I'm more than happy for you, but I think it's overrated, the most overrated series. Okay, that felt good, blaring it out there, my most overrated series. Whew, I'm curious, which ones do you agree with me, which ones do you hate me after this one, and what other series do you think they're overrated and why? Comment down below, let me know. I wanna see some discussions from you guys. Of course, keep it civil, don't attack anybody over anime opinions. But of course, hit the like button or the dislike button. I'm ready for this video to be highly disliked, maybe even my next one, which I'm still working on, and some of the series from here, maybe they're gonna be there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow and everything else with anime. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.